Hey everybody, it's James. Well, it's been a few months. Videos have been kind of sporadic, but it's been cold, real cold. You can see here, post a picture up of the foot of snow we got. And then it was just miserable cold. Now it's starting to warm up and the yard's a soupy mess. But I did manage to get the Omni out of the barn. And it did not come without a fight. More of the fight was put up by the yard than the car, but we got her out here. It's not the ideal place to work on it in my driveway, but let's see what we can do. So where we left off last, we were finishing up some of the metal repair, and then we kind of made a big jump where everything was back together. And that's just kind of how you see it now. So all the metal work underneath the car, the rust repair patches and stuff like that, that I wanted to do is all finished up. I got the side skirts back on. I've got one seat in it right now, bolted down where it's not falling out. So yeah, so now what we're going to start doing, we got a few things I want to get done today. And I apologize about the road noise. It's just not much I can do about it. We live on a busy road, so I've got all the interior pieces that came with the car. So there's part of the center console there. The wheel liners, those actually I took out when we was doing metal repairs, so we're going to put those back in. Pile of interior parts, the center console, and the passenger seat. I do have the back seat. It's just out in the garage. I'm not going to put that in today. And then the big thing, I know I showed this in one other video, but we have this gray carpet mat with Forgotten Dailies. When we went up and cut the floor pan out of that Horizon, he had this wadded up in the corner. I was probably going to throw it away, so I said, heck, I'll take it. It's not the right color, but it's carpet. So we pressure washed it, and I'll throw a little clip in here of the goo we were getting out of this thing. It's pretty gross, but it cleaned up pretty nice, and all in all, the carpet itself's in pretty good shape. I mean, it's a little stained, but I'm really not worried about that. This is probably going to be semi-temporary permanent. Nothing more permanent than a temporary fix. But yeah, so we got the carpet. Let's just show you kind of how some things finished up on the car. Yeah, there's the mud from getting it up here in the yard. But you can see, we'll get this seat out and you'll be able to see some more. But you can see some of the patches and stuff. I painted this red, and at first the red I thought looked really bad, but now that it's cured for a couple months, the red actually don't look that bad. It's just from the dollar store. But you can see some of the seams there. So where we seamed this patch in, and then probably, yeah, right there, up that far, all down around the inside here. Patched a big hole up here, patched some stuff up here. We did this whole front floor pan. We kind of stitched that together. So yeah, so everything's kind of stitched together. A lot of this where there's black paint, it's either where I did some spot touch-up welding, or I just grinded down some surface rust and kind of repainted it. So that's where we're at. Ooh, here's some of the old carpet. So we're gonna need to take that seat belt out, get rid of that carpet. I took the e-brake handle out because I was trying to get the cables out, but kind of gave up. Yeah, so the e-brake cable back on the rear axle was pretty crusty anyway and falling apart, so probably not gonna put the e-brake back in until we can maybe source some good cables. So let me get some things set up. I'm going to pop this driver's seat out. I'm going to get my little vacuum up the floor, clean up, and we'll cut back till after we're done with that. All right, got the driver's seat out. Cleaned up some of the wiring, just kind of clipped it down. Got the little metal or aluminum dash piece back in, and holy heck, there's a ton of wiring. We're going to go through this wiring, and I bet you about 90% of this stuff is going to go away. The big red wire and switch there is a switch that turns the fan on that the previous owner had put in. So we're going to keep that for now. We're going to see if we can hook back up the stock. Excuse me. I'm going to see if we can hook up the stock fan switch to get that running, because I'd rather not have it on a switch. I'd rather have it come on and off on its own, but yeah, that's what we got for now, and it works. That seat belt. Okay, the other side seat belt came out pretty easy, because we're going to need to remove those to get the carpet put in. But this side, holy hell, we couldn't get it off. But what we found is the stock bolt here. Somebody had snapped that off a long time ago, and they put a different bolt with a washer and a lock nut on the back. But the way this was sticking through, and I did take a picture of it because I couldn't see it from where I was at because I couldn't get out of the car enough. So put that picture here. This washer was coming at such an angle bent that I couldn't get anything on this nylock nut on the back side. So we brought out the freedom wheel and zipped that sucker clean. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to come up with something with that. We need to really get up underneath there and cut, because the rest of that old bolt is still sticking out the back side. Be nice if we could get that out and reuse the factory mounting point. Otherwise, I'm thinking I want to put a plate or something there, because you can kind of see how that metal is deforming around there. It's there's just not enough structure there to have a seatbelt mounted to. So, I mean, I've done some sketchy stuff, but I don't want to put the passenger at risk, and, you know, heaven forbid anything ever happens, you know, with the wreck. So now that we got the driver's seat out, you can see this is the first side I did. You can see where I seamed it, the floor pan up around the back there. Everything was overlapped. I did not try to butt weld anything. Well, I did this piece, a little piece there, and I can throw a picture of that in here. But this is just floor pans. It's going to look great when the carpet goes in. So don't get too concerned about when you're placing these pans how that's got to look, you know, show car perfect. You know, this is good. We use a lot of seam sealer and some fiberglass filler over some spots. You know, here's the driver's floor. You know, it doesn't look the greatest. A lot of seam sealer up in there. But yeah, it's gonna keep the rust was cut away. This is gonna keep the rain out, and like I said, it'll look mint once we put this carpet in. So that's kind of gonna be my next step. I think I'm gonna throw this carpet in, so I'm gonna figure out an interesting way to get a camera set up so you guys can watch me do that. All right, I've got you guys set up in the trunk here, so let me get to working on fitting this carpet in, and we'll put you on a little time lapse or something here. Let's get to it. All right, there we go. The carpet went in. Went in pretty easy, and everything fit really good. So I mean, sure, they didn't really change much on these cars over the years. We may need to trim a little bit around the shifter and the e-brake, but even the holes in the floor where the seats go line up perfect. The seat belt holes, except for, of course, this side where we're going to have to do a little bit of work. But yeah, everything went smooth. So yeah, so I'm digging it. It's good. So let's go ahead and we'll get the driver's side seat belt buckled in, and we will get the driver's side seat back in, and maybe we'll start doing some trimming stuff. I don't know. We'll see where the day takes us. It's starting to get a little late, and yeah, so let's get to work on that, and I'll pick back up when we get done. All right, I'm tired. I got a little overboard and need to finish this before the sun goes down. As you can see right there, it's getting real close. It's starting to get cold. It's been cold, but been working, so I haven't felt cold. Let's get you in here and show you what we got done today. It's way more than I was expecting, so enjoy. All right, so here's what we got done. Got the whole interior put back together. I was really planning on just getting the carpet in, but it's like, I'll just clean up the center console, see how it fits. So got that all done. Got the the armrest, the little centerpiece there. Of course, my e-brake handles out in the garage, but we'll worry about that later. I got both seats put in, fully bolted down. I'm missing the kick panels for this side. They're the little black pieces. I'll show you on the other side, but I got the upper little kick panel done. Ugh. And I know I said I wasn't going to put the back seat in, but I was out in the garage grabbing some tools, and it was just sitting right there. So I grabbed it and cleaned it, just wiped it down, vacuumed it a little bit. It needs, the whole interior needs a thorough shampooing. So we need to do that. I vacuumed them up though, used some interior detailer on all the vinyl. But yeah, there's the gray carpet. Actually, I don't think the gray and red's a bad combination. I mean, it's carpet, so what are you gonna do? For the back, it had the parcel tray. I guess I just didn't notice when I was unpacking this car when I got it that it was there. It was attached to the seat back. So put the parcel tray. So come around this side. Get that door open. I'm gonna get these door handles fixed. That's gonna be one of the next videos too. But yeah, these little sill plates. I need to clean this one up. Need to get the right screws for it. These were not the right screws. But I had one whole set. This door I can't even open from the outside. But yeah, I had these two, and this one has I had enough of the correct screws for this. Luckily, I've taken a few Omni interiors apart. Not like a whole bunch, but multiple times. So yeah, here's the center console. Carpet. A little shampoo, and the seats are kind of stained and dirty, but I think they're going to clean up real nice. Starting to get a little vinyl delamination there. We'll have to get on top of that before it gets worse, but was going to fix that door handle, but didn't get around to it. That's another day. But yeah, here it is. Interior all back inner. It's a long day. But for those of you who stuck around this long, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. We're gonna be finishing this out. I'm hoping to get tags and insurance on it this week, and we'll start some shakedown runs on it, see what it needs. Probably tires. I'm thinking tires. But yeah, we'll see what else once we actually start driving it around. We need to fix all the door handles. Need to get that wiring under control under the dash. There's a few bits and bobs around that we need to get cleaned up too. But yeah, that's it. I'll sign off here as this car goes past. But thanks for watching as always. This is James, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.